in like your Leuchtturm 1917 like A5 journal, which makes it so much more portable for me. But it has a page for every day, which is not necessarily something I need, but I'm finding that it's actually working out pretty well for me. They do have a monthly layout, so I can so right now for the monthly layouts, I've been putting like birthdays and stuff in there that I may or may not need to know anything about that birthday, but at least I kind of remember, oh, so-and-so's birthday's on that day. And it does have sort of I don't know how to describe these pages near the beginning that have sort of a list of each day of the month. So it'll have a heading of January and then, like 1 through 31 and just have a little bit of space. And I've been kind of using that as an index. So if I had a call with my cat's vet and I took some notes, I can write in there in this little thing. I'm kind of using it as an index, kind of like you might do for a bullet journal. So, so I'm like, okay, so that day, then I'm like, what day did I talk to them? I can go look at that and say, oh, it was May 3rd or whatever. And then flip to that page with all those notes that I took about stuff that we were talking about. So basically, it's got a page for each day. It does have a thing where you can set up times, like if you needed to plan out your actual day, but I'm not using it that way. I'm just using a pretty free form where I'm still doing, the little dot for tasks that I can then X out when they're done, and circles for events, sort of the bullet journal style. But I have plenty of room to write anything else I want, like what knitting project I worked on that day or what book I finished reading or any of those kinds of things that I kind of like to keep track of. I have plenty of room in an A6 for me. Not everybody, it doesn't work for everybody. And they do have an A5 size called the Cousin. But it works really well for me so far. So I'm pretty excited about that. But then somewhere along the line, I learned about multi-pens. And so basically it's like those Bic pens, 4-color pens that are still around. I know they're still around, but I had kind of forgotten about them, that just come with black, blue, red, green, whatever. And so they're like that, except that there are ones that you can customize. Right. And they come from Japan, and they're very magical. As far as I know, that's the only place that you can get, you have to get them from someone who imports them from Japan. I don't think you can just you can't find these at Staples or Office Depot or whatever. So JetPens sells them. That was actually where I kind of first ran across the concept. I'm like, I don't really understand that. And then I did a little YouTubing, which I don't do a lot, but I've been doing that for some of this stationery stuff that I've been interested in because I want to see how other people are using it. But I decided to just try out a multi-pen. I think the first one I got from JetPens, it's a 4-color standard. I think it is a Pilot Coletto. And then I decided to get a pack of all the ink colors so that I could choose whatever colors I wanted. And I'm like, I only need, 4 colors should be fine. But I didn't realize that there were ones that could hold 5. Which in my bullet journal type stuff, I like to do color coding. So my tasks are in red, my events are in black, or at least this is how I've traditionally been doing it. I'm thinking I might change it up for 2019, but, things about reading are in green, things about crafting are in purple. And then I like to have a 5th color for anything that's not one of those 4 things. Right. So there are pens that hold 5. So I ordered another Pilot Coletto that can hold 5. And then I discovered that some of them are designed so you can put in a pencil. So I actually ended up trying one that has a pencil unit in it. And it's really fascinating. It's definitely worth it. Like if you're interested in figuring those things out, it's definitely worth looking these things up on YouTube to see kind of what the different options are. But one of the other things that really fascinated me about this whole journey into Japanese pens was that they have finer tips than we have. Yeah. Like a fine tip here is like a 0.5 millimeter. They go down to a 0.28. Yeah. In one of the brands, 0.3 in the Coletto, 0.3 in. So there are basically sort of 4 different pens that you can customize, or 4 different brands of these customizable pens so far that I've encountered. The Pilot Coletto, Mitsubishi Uni Style Fit, Zebra Sarasa, is the third one that I've tried. So I've tried those 3. And then there's Pentel Slicky, which I've not tried yet, but probably will at some point. At least Pentel, like I'm familiar with Pentel. But then I've also found out there are limited edition bodies for these things. So the first couple that I got were, just a white and then a navy blue because I thought it would look nice with my Hobonichi planner cover. But then I was like, wait, there are limited editions? And I discovered somewhere along that same path, I found TokyoPenShop.com, which is based in Iowa. And because I also found some Etsy sellers and stuff like that that are based in Japan that sell stuff. But Tokyo Pen Shop is convenient. And I can get things quickly because it's only coming from Iowa, not Japan.
Right.
But I did order things from a variety of folks. CuteThingsFromJapan.com is also kind of fun, but it did take a while to get here from Japan. But they have had some of these limited editions. And so between those different places, Etsy, Cute Things from Japan, and Tokyo Pen Shop, I've got a Winnie the Pooh, Belle from Beauty and the Beast,
Pikachu,
Hello Kitty. Well, okay, so the Pikachu thing I have to get to in a second.
Oh,
it's a little bit different. Yeah, I have Snoopy, and then the Coletto, because of how those are designed, the little tabs that you push to get the color that you want. For these limited editions, they have the refill or the refill inks have Snoopy on them, or like this little Snoopy head, or the Hello Kitty have the little Hello Kitty. There's some really popular right now Sailor Moon limited edition Colettos. I don't know anything. I've heard of Sailor Moon, but that's not a thing I'm into. So, but some of them are pretty. There's one that I'm tempted by, even though I don't know or care anything about Sailor Moon, just because it's really pretty. But I have plenty of these now, so I really shouldn't buy any more. But yeah, so another thing that I kind of discovered with that was it's not really a discovery. Tokyo Pen Shop, they have been asked but have declined to do like a subscription box type thing, but they do put together character kits periodically. Every few weeks or so, it looks like they're releasing a character kit, and then you just order it if you want to. And so I just happened to be on the site when they released Character Kit 8 and was planning to order something. So I'm like, why not? I'll get Character Kit 8.
Oh my gosh, they have the watercolors I was telling you about. I'm sorry, I'm shopping.
Oh,
at TokyoPenShop.com.
As you should, because they're fun and it's free shipping with $35 or more. And the Character Kit, $35. So yeah, I ended up deciding, hey, why not? I'm going to get this character kit since I was going to order something anyway, and I'm just kind of curious. They are a mystery when you get them. Okay, I tried to do one thing, and then 3 things decided to fall down. That's awesome. So I also ordered a Delgard mechanical pencil because I'm kind of interested now that I'm learning about some Japanese stationery. They have some fun pencils that you may or may not be able to get here in the U.S. I got Chippendale washi tape.
Yes.
It's just super cute. This little Peanuts zipper bag that has a Snoopy, I think it's Snoopy pen and a highlighter and stuff. And it's just this cute little zipper bag. And so a Care Bears notepad. I was a little too old for Care Bears, so I am familiar with Care Bears, but I don't even know what the name of this one might be. He or she, I don't know, has some sort of ice cream shake on his belly. That's all I know. I feel like I'm missing something, or maybe I've already incorporated it into my collection somewhere, but there were a couple of juice pens, which I have a set of juice pens. So I already had these colors, but one has Minnie Mouse on it, the pink, and Donald Duck and Daisy Duck on this blue one. So those are kind of fun. These are nice gel pens. I actually ordered, when I put in my last order with Tokyo Pen Shop, I got a gray juice because I just wanted a gray pen. None of the multi-pen things has a gray ink so far. So I just wanted a gray pen, and juice was a good one. So yeah, then the other thing that you were mentioning, Bert, is a Pikachu. It's actually a mechanical pencil. The Pikachu pen that I had in my bag last night. I don't know for sure what size lead it has in it. I haven't been able to find anything that says that. My guess is from your writing with it a little bit, it's a 0.5. But that's one of the things that's really fun about both pens and pencils is that the Japanese seem to really appreciate a superfine point. So you can get down to a 0.2 lead.
Wow.
In mechanical pencils, which that's one of the things that I got was I don't remember if the Delgard was a 0.2 or I think this one was a 0.2.
Right.
No, it's a 0.3.
Which don't work for me, as we talked about last night, because like you write small, you love writing small and tiny, but I need the flair and flourish.
Right. So I do like writing very, very tiny. So yeah, because yesterday I went to Wet Paint, a art supply store in St. Paul. They happen to sell a lot of fun stationery things too, and I found out that they import or somehow managed to arrange to get the Platinum Preppy fountain pens, which are nice, inexpensive fountain pens, but they come in a 0.2 and 0.3 millimeter because they're from Japan. So, yeah. And I wanted to get those to try them out. So,
and I loved the 0.3.
Yeah. And the 0.3 comes in a bunch of different colors, whereas the 0.2 only comes in black, blue, black, and red, I think.
Yeah.
So I might get a set of the colors just because now that I've written with them, they're really nice. And the cap supposedly is designed to help keep it from drying out. So if you don't use it for a little while,
that's
it's not
nice.
To struggle to restart using it again.
Right.
I don't use fountain pens a lot, but I thought it would be nice to have on hand for practicing my Japanese character writing. So yeah, customizable multi-pens are super fun. I did get one Sarasa pen that's a pre-fill that comes with black, blue, green, and red, and a pencil unit in it. So I didn't choose what colors are in it. Now I can refill it with whatever colors I want, but it just happens that the tabs, instead of being clear or white or something like that, are always going to be colored black, red, blue, green. But since those are the 4 primary colors that I use in my journal, I decided that it would be nice to have that in a pencil always on hand. The purple is only for when that's the color I use for crafting and stuff, and that stuff I don't necessarily have to keep track of throughout the day because most of the time when I'm at work or whatever, I'm not doing that. So I can always add that stuff at the end of the day with one of my other purple pens. I have many. So I did try the pre-fill because I wanted to kind of see what it was like. And then I really like the Sarasa ink, but the other Sarasa customizable pens don't have clips. So for me to be able to clip it onto my journal cover. So but they do have, the Sarasa has the most colors so far, I think. It has 23 different colors, 5 of which are shiny.
Nice.
And right on black paper.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet, but I have been playing with them a little bit because it's like gold and silver and like a blue, green, and pink, I think, or the other 3 colors. So they're just kind of fun. So I got a custom pen just for those 5 colors and then realized, oh, right, these bodies don't have clips. But it's in my bag because they're just pretty colors.
Yeah, so. And when I went to Wet Paint, I got the calligraphy. I have some calligraphy nibs and I got some better holders and some ink and some that show up on nice on like black paper. So I haven't even played with those yet. I should do that today.
Yeah, I did when I went to Wet Paint. I also got a whole bunch of new pencils to play with. So I've been trying to I've been thinking about buying some softer pencils. So I ended up getting 4 different 4B pencils to try out because I do a lot of pencil puzzles like Sudoku and, mostly Sudoku, but some other things too. And I really like softer, darker leads for those, especially on the newsprint type paper that those, like the magazines you buy or whatever at the bookstore. And I've tried 3 of them out of the 4. The 4th I have to sharpen before I can try it, but I really did like them. And I bought a few colored pencils and a bunch of Blackwings. They had some limited edition Blackwings that I did not. Well, one I had, but only one of, and the other one I didn't have any of. So it's kind of fun to add to my Blackwing collection. So yeah, so it's like there are whole big parts of that store that I may never wander into, but the pens and pencils and notebooks and things, I'll hang out there.
Yes, me too. Well, we are at 1:20.
Wow. All right. Well, there was a lot of fumbling, so
Yeah.
might be able to cut it down a little
Right.
bit.